Hey everybody, this is Kurt from Ethos Reviews, and on today's agenda I have something a little different. Now it is video game oriented as I promised, but it's actually a system review. And let's go back into the past now, into the year 1995. And we're going to talk about one of the most unique portable systems that was ever made. And that's right, they marketed it as a portable system. And I'm talking about the Virtual Boy. That's right, Virtual Boy. Everybody remembers this good old epic failure. And I mean, the problem with this system is that it wasn't virtual. It wasn't virtual. Yeah, some games had 3D effects for the most part, but you know what? This was not what it was intended to be. I mean, everybody thought virtual reality, where you're kind of like in the game. You're not in the game. You're embarrassing yourself playing this darn thing. So we're going to take a closer look at it. Okay, so you might be wondering why I actually have a Virtual Boy. Well, to be honest with you, I didn't buy it back in 1995. I got it at a yard sale only a couple of years ago for $5. That's right, a $180 system I got for $5. Now I only had to wait like, what, 13, 14 years later? But I finally got my hands on it. And needless to say, it was worth the wait. Yeah, it was worth the wait. It was totally worth it. $5? Sure, I would have paid $5 for it. I would have paid $5 again for it. It was only $5. Yeah, so $5 is really all these things even worth anyway. And apparently, if you play this thing too long, you get headaches from it. It's from that red and black, just like because it's so close to your eyes, that parallax effect that it has on you, it's bad for the eyes. And it even has an eye advisory for players 7 years and older. So, yeah, don't play this any more than like 20 or 30 minutes, otherwise you're going to get a headache. So, play a bad system and then get a headache. That's fun. So let's unbox this beast right now. Alright, so I unboxed the Virtual Boy, and this is what you get. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the stand for the Virtual Boy. Now, again, I got it at a yard sale, so buyer beware, right? But it does come with the controller, and it does come with the AC adapter, which plugs into the controller and then into the Virtual Boy. And then, of course, here is your awkwardly designed Virtual Boy. Now, through a parallax effect, you get the 3D image as projected, and you see it through the two viewpoints. Now, unfortunately, this thing is just so awkward as it is. I mean, even with the stand, I've seen, pictures or whatever in other videos on how to, with the stand, and even with the stand, it's very awkward to use. But now without it, I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous. But anyway, now I only have one game for it. To be perfectly honest, that's may not be giving the Virtual Boy its fair shake because of the only one game. But I only need one game to know that this system is garbage. So you know what? Let's play some Virtual Boy, and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, now that I got the Virtual Boy all set up, now we're going to get to play it. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have the stand, so holding it is pretty awkward. And I've done it before, but again, it's uncomfortable and it's embarrassing, but here you go, for review purposes, of course. So I gotta basically do this when I turn it on, and that's it. I mean, after 10 minutes, my head, I'm gonna get a headache anyway, but that's it. I'm gonna try now to film some Virtual Boy footage, and it's kind of hard to do because you gotta put the camera lens right into the eye of the Virtual Boy. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright, so we got Virtual Boy going on right now. This game's not even that terrible either, but, I mean, it doesn't overly impress, and certainly doesn't want me to make me buy more different games. But, yeah, let's play a little quick match here and see what it's like. The red graphics and whatnot are not really, they don't look that terrible. It's just kind of like almost like a glorified Game Boy, right? But, yeah, this was Virtual Boy, and this was one of the better looking ones, from the ones I've seen, that is, Again, this is only from one game, but just by looking at this game, did you really want to buy any more of them? I don't know. Not me. I tell you though, seeing it through the camera lens, actually a lot easier on the eyes. But yeah, this is Mario Tennis, and I mean, you can just get Mario Tennis for any other system, and you get to actually have it in color and real 3D if you play it like on GameCube or Wii or something like that. So enough of this. Alright, so there's Virtual Boy for you, really, and you know, it was discontinued the next year, in 1996, I believe. And of course, what was on the way? The Nintendo 64, so there was really no need for the Virtual Boy. And it didn't fill any sort of gap either, because the Super Nintendo was still going fairly strong. And the Virtual Boy, I don't know what it was. It was definitely a curiosity, definitely unique, and I guess something of a valiant attempt, but just totally a misfire in video game history. So, I mean, in the library for Virtual Boy is only about 14-15 games, I believe. And you know what? You know what's strange about that? They are really, really expensive to get. Let's take a look. Okay, so what if you wanted to buy a Virtual Boy stand? I mean, I only got the system for $5. $40 for a stand? I mean, $50 for a stand? This is Virtual Boy. This is crazy. But you know, it is a collector's item, I suppose, after all. But let's look at the games. Now, I'm on half.com. This is like a subsidiary of eBay. And, I mean, look at like this. Here's some of the Virtual Boy game prices here. Wario Land is $15. Mario Clash, to the big Mario title, is $25. There's a couple of bargains. $8, $8 here. Mario Tennis, of course, that's going to be cheap because that was a pack-in game. But then there's other ones, $24. And that, I mean, these are okay here. But then 20, 19, 44, 36. Yeah, baseball is $8. That's not bad. But this is outrageous. $59 for Waterworld. That movie was horrendous, and I'm sure the game is too. If you ever look at videos on it online, it's just a disaster. And then, of course, you get like to these. I just don't even understand it. I don't understand it. Wouldn't your money be well served elsewhere? I mean, if you're a completist and really want to collect, I guess I understand, because I'm sort of like that too sometimes. But for Virtual Boy, I don't know if it's worth it. Okay, so that's the Virtual Boy and the Virtual Boy community at large. You saw when we looked at half.com and eBay and saw the prices for the games and the stand and whatnot. And I mean, I just couldn't believe how expensive they were. But I guess it's because they're just becoming more and more rare and hard to find. And that will happen to the system, I'm sure. As the years and years go by, it'll just be harder to find these things. But, you know, not to knock any of you collectors out there, because I like to collect games and stuff too. But I mean, I just find it hard to collect Virtual Boy stuff. But that's just my personal opinion. So more power to you if you're into that sort of thing. But as for me, if I want to play a portable system, I mean, I'll just go with the DS. But if I want to go vintage and play some portable, I'll go with the original Game Boy. Alright, so that'll do it for this episode here, and we will see you next time. And again, always appreciate you folks watching. Thank you.